Hello everybody and welcome to I Hate Fridays with Phil the Fox. Now today we are playing Mutant Uprising, and this is kind of a new segment of I Hate Fridays where me and Tuna play horror games. And yeah, this one's actually really caught my eye. It is a RPG text-based zombie game. I love zombies, and Your name is Rick, an unemployed 20-something who lives alone in a one-bedroom house. After a busy morning getting rejected for job interviews, you sit down to watch the news. The newscaster is speaking in a panicked tone, which you think is quite unprofessional. Your eyes widen as you hear what he is saying. There has been some kind of disease outbreak. People are mutating in horrible ways and killing anyone who hasn't been infected. Your bowels tighten as you realize this could be the apocalypse. Well, let's get it started then now, shall we? Suddenly there is a loud knock on the door. You almost jump out of your skin, but your heart is pounding. But fortunately you haven't crapped yourself yet. The knocking continues loudly and incessantly. What do? Ignore the knocking and keep watching TV? Go to an upstairs room and look down to see who's knocking on the door. Fling the door open and greet whoever is with a warm welcome. Open the door cautiously on a chain. Huh. This is zombie apocalypse starting. I'm gonna go upstairs and look at who it is. Look down at the doorstep from an upstairs bedroom, and see Miss Miggins, your elderly next-door neighbor. She's beating on the door with both fists, seemingly trying to break her way in. You're confused as to why she is acting this way until you notice there is some kind of yellow goo dribbling from her mouth. She is clearly one of the infected people that the TV report was talking about. Go to the kitchen and find something there to deal with her. Go downstairs and panic. Jump out of the window and try to land on her. Get the hell out. This is actually kind of hard. What do I do? Go to the kitchen and find something there to deal with her. Jump out of the window to try to land on her, but I don't have anything to kill her with if I try to land on her. Get the hell out. Or panic. Let's go to the kitchen and try to find something to deal with her. You run into the kitchen, then realize this possibly wasn't the best idea in the world. The only way out is back the way you came, and Miss Miggins is already standing in the doorway. Pick up a kitchen knife and cut her head off. Get a raw, bloody hunk of meat from your fridge and offer it to her. Beat the crap out of her. Hide in the cupboard. Played enough zombie apocalypse games to understand how I'm going to do this. The kitchen knife's going to take way too long to cut, and I'll be making a lot of noise, so it'll attract a lot of zombies and stuff. So a hunk of meat could distract her long enough for me to run. Beat the crap out of her. Well, that requires fists, and you can get like your hands cut, or hide in the cupboard. Let's get the meat. Eyes half closed, hand shaking, hold out a meat and offer it to she sniffs it and offer it to Miss Miggins. She sniffs it and tentatively and takes it from you and starts chewing on it happily, giving out a strange purring noise. You take this as a cue to tiptoe around her and get the hell out of your house. Kindness? What? Is that the choice I chose, was kindness? Okay. You head out of your house, pausing to pick up a rucksack from your shed. You have a feeling it will come in handy. You need to find somewhere to hide out. Where do you go? To the town center, head to an open countryside. A town center can have a lot of zombies in it, but it could also have food. And I can get supplies. A countryside will have less zombies in it. Maybe like a rifle if I find a farm, or a shotgun. But there might also be less food. But also being in the town, if the government's already on top of this, they could be trying to save me. I wonder what this is up here. Let's go to the town center. You enter the town center and are terrified by what you see. Mutants are everywhere and they are killing people left, right, and center. Hideous shrieks, worse than in any horror movie you have ever seen, are literally tearing people apart and eating the goo that comes out. Ugh. If you don't act quickly, you will join the long list of victims. Hide in a pile of bin bags. Try to sneak by the carnage without being noticed. Panic and start running away like a muppet. Oh, I got it. Go to the pub. You give a shrug and figure that if the world's coming to an end, you might as well have a drink. You head to the nearest pub and are surprised to find it completely empty. Making sure all the entryways are barred shut, you proceed to drink yourself to a stupor. When you awake later that night, everything is quiet. You realize you can't stay in the pub much as you would like to. There might be plenty of drink, but this is one of the few pubs left that doesn't serve food. Of course it is! Okay. You wait till nightfall before leaving your hiding place. An eerie silence has fallen upon the town. More importantly, you're hungry. As you head back to the town center, your empty stomach lurches at the sight you come across. The main street is strewn with bodies. None of them appear to be moving. Creep through the bodies, trying not to step on anything. Take the long route around, avoiding the bodies altogether, or run through the bodies as fast as possible. Let's take the long route. It takes a little longer, but you're not going to risk your life unnecessarily. Yep. You're hungry, so you decide to go to the supermarket to grab some grub. As you approach, you see lights are still on, and there are several people inside. Just as you enter, however, you realize every single one of them is a mutant. Grab a shopping trolley, get a shopping bag, pretend to be a mutant. You have a sudden urge to go to the toilet. So basically I can crap myself. Grab a shopping trolley. Grab a shopping bag. Pretend to be a mutant. I kinda wanna do this like the movie did. Shaun of the Dead. What do I want to do though? What do I want to do? There's so many choices. If I grab a trolley, I could be able to use it to like ram into them. But it can also make noise a lot. And if I grab a shopping bag, I'll be quicker and I can grab food quickly while I run. And if I pretend to be a mutant, well, I'm just being an idiot. And I could be eaten on sight because my smell is not the same, probably. And or I could just crap myself right then and there. Let's grab... The shopping bag could break, and I could get no food at all. Okay. Trolley. We're going with the trolley. Shopping trolley proves to be a useful weapon as you use it to barge mutants out of the way to get through to the food. You see a snack of baked beans on special offer and charge straight at it. Several baked beans, and tomato sauce. What? Okay. Baked beans charge straight at it. Several cans fall into the trolley. Happy with your spoils of war, you head straight out of the supermarket and start transferring as many as you can into your backpack. Yay, I got food! Mutants from the supermarket have seen you leave and are giving chase. You run as quick as you can. Where do you get to go? Run away. Head to the town center, drop to your knees and scream, "Why can't we all just get along?" Take the trolley, run up a slope, push it back down towards the mutants, take a trolley, jump in it, head down a slope. Heading down a slope could kill me. Heading up a slope could kill me. Dropping to my knees will definitely kill me. Going to the town crier will kill me, because of all the zombies in there. Let's do the run up a slope one. This works surprisingly well. You imagine the sound of Skittles scattering as the trolley knocks... Skittles! Okay. Of Skittles scattering as the trolley knocks the mutants down. Your actions give you enough time to get away. Awesome! Need somewhere safe to hide out. You decide the police station may be the best bet. After all, there will probably be weapons inside. You reach the station and pause. What's the best way in? Burst through the front door, knock on the front door and say, "Let me in, I'm not a mutant," or sneak through the back. This is a police station. Now, by the logic of it, if we're going by like old school Resident Evil games and stuff like that, everyone's dead. But this just started. And if I knock on the front door, if there are mutants, they'll be attracted towards the front door and I can go around and sneak back and do that. But if we're gonna do the door. Knocking the door is noticed by the sole remaining police chief inside. Fortunately, it is also noticed by a mutant horde. The police chief curses you, then lets you inside. He tosses a gun to you and tells you to get ready. All mutants are launching assault. Do I have to start? The mutants have launched an all-out assault on the police station. There are several dozen of them out, and appear to be more joining every moment. The police chief is screaming obscenities as the wave of enemies get closer and closer. Hold your precision, keep firing, leave the police chief to it. Tell the police chief they have to get out of there. Head to the roof and pick them off from there. Head to the roof. You go up to the roof and pick off as many mutants as you can before you run out of ammunition. As you turn around to get downstairs, you see that the mutants have already overcome the police... Oh, crap, I could've... Well, he's dead. And I died. Crap. Accepting your fate, you stretch your arms out in a Jesus Christ pose and fall backwards off the roof. Oh, crap! I killed myself. Thank you, Tuna. I'm gonna retry from a different checkpoint. Or from a checkpoint. Okay, so this is weapons inside. Let's sneak through the back this time. Please don't kill me. So you sneak through the back of the entrance, you disturb a stack of papers that slides onto the floor. You curse your clumsiness, then almost crap yourself as a gun is pointed to square your head. It's the police chief, whose nerves are clearly shot. Who the hell are you? What? You're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them, he cries. Strip off the show. Whoa. Okay. It's actually kind of 3 of these I would try. Try to tuck him down. Strip off to show you are not a mutant. Offer him to make him some coffee. Let's try the coffee? The offer of coffee immediately seems to calm him down. Hey, coffee for everyone. Soon the pair of you are enjoying a nice cuppa. Okay, never heard that slang before. Cuppa while discussing the events of the day. It's clear the chief has gone slightly insane and the coffee seems to be doing little to calm his nerves. Okay, well, you know, it got me not to die, so cup of coffee. It is now getting quite late at night. You tell the police chief that you will stand guard so he can get some much needed rest. He eventually falls asleep. He's obviously insane. Shoot him, start taking pot shots at the mutants outside. Wait it out. Don't start taking pot shots. Wait it out. Don't fall asleep either. You keep watch of the streets. As hours pass, more mutants appear outside the station. Things are getting serious. You wake up the police chief and warn him of the approaching danger. It's time to fight for your life. Gravy. Because this went well the last time. The mutants have launched an all-out assault on the police station. There are several dozen of them out there, and more appear to be joining every moment. Police officers screaming obscenities as the wave of enemies get closer and closer. Hold your position and keep firing. Lead the police chief to it. Tell the police officer... Let's get out of here, actually. Let's get out of here. You plead with the insane chief, telling him there's no way he can beat them all. He's far gone and seem unable to hear you. Sadly, you leave him to his fate. Kindness. Apparently I'm really kind in the zombie apocalypse. So, you fight your way through the remaining mutants out the back of the police station. Were far few there. Can I English? Can I actually properly speak English for once? There were far fewer mutants back there, but you still do not have enough bullets for them all. 2 mutants remain. Their tongues are almost as long as the rest of their body and seem to be oozing out a deadly poison. Throw the empty gun at them, back away slowly, or throw a can of beans at a mutant. No, this is my food, and I love beans. Back away slowly, but their tongues are long. So they could be able to use that in a way, because these zombies are called mutants. They're not zombies, technically. They're mutants. Throw the empty gun at them. See, the gun can be useful by showing me that I could be able to trade with it. I could also be able to not just trade well, obviously eat it, but I could also save someone's life with it, or like a dog's life. Throw the gun at them. I need that. Back away slowly. Please don't screw me over. Please don't screw me over. With nothing to defend yourself with, it seems like you're totally screwed. You back away slowly. The 2 minutes as they advance, suddenly you trip and fall down in an open manhole right behind you. There is an almighty splash as you hit the foul-smelling sewer water. You are dripping with disgusting liquid, and you don't even want to consider what sorts of illnesses you could pick up from being here. On the plus side, it seems there are no mutants down here. Move along through the sewers. Don't climb back out. They're going to be right there. You finally find another manhole that you reckon is far enough away from the mutants to be safe. You emerge to find yourself nearing the outskirts of the town. There are no mutants around. After going a few steps, you realize that you absolutely stink. This is no good, because the stench will soon attract a curious mutant. You need to wash and change your clothes. Go to the nearest house and use the shower. Take a dip in an indoor swimming pool. Take a dip in an open-air swimming pool. See, if I use a house in a shower in a house, then a zombie could easily trap me in that. If I use a pool, though, I can kind of walk around and move quickly. An open-air one would attract the stench of zombies, and the sound will attract them. So an indoor one sounds like a plan, because there could be a zombie, but it could be good. You are having a nice, relaxing dip in a heated indoor pool. The stench of the sewers is now just a bad memory, and you are starting to feel good about yourself again. Suddenly, you're brought out of your reverie when you hear a splash. Trending water, you look over to see a hot, naked chick making her way to you. You start to get quite excited until you notice the inside of her mouth. There are rows upon rows of shark-like teeth. She's a mutant. A hot, naked mutant chick. God, what is this game? Filled with hair, you crap yourself. Get the hell out of there. Attempt to have sex with the hot, naked mutant chick. No! Offer the hot, naked mutant chick some beans. So either I could just straight up be an idiot and try to have sex with the mutant. Offer the hot naked. I almost said something else. Oh my god! Offer her some beans. Try to smooth talk her in bed, or get the hell out of there. This isn't you. If you want to play this, you can. I'm talking to Tuna, by the way. You can. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but let's get the hell out of here. You leave the pool as quickly as possible. You find some fresh clothing in the changing rooms and go on your way. Okay. You go to a small shopping district and wonder what your next move should be. Go to an amusement arcade and play video games. Go to the newsagent, sit on a bench. Okay. So contemplate about my life of how everyone I'd known and loved is dead and I'm alone. And I could have had sex with a hot mutant zombie. Oh my god. Even if it was the last woman on Earth, no. No. God. Go to amusement park, arcade, and play video games. That will attract more zombies by the sound. Go to the newsagents. I think that's where I want to be. You pick up a newspaper and pursue it for information. You find a story about a government plan to add some new experimental mineral to the water supplies to improve the nation's health. That could be the reason behind what's happening, could it? How could you have escaped the infection? You then realize you hardly ever wash and you only ever drink beer. Jesus. Perhaps you prolonged exposure to becoming infected. Shut up. Tuna's trying to talk to me. Perhaps the long prolonged exposure to becoming infected. You need prolonged exposure to become infected. Until you find the truth, you vow to never bathe again. Information. Okay. As you walk along the streets, you come across a smashed up pet shop. There doesn't appear to be any pets inside, at least not leaving, all except for one small animal standing in the pavement, a gerbil. It seems to be staring at you, making you slightly nervous. Try to stroke it, try to step on it, sing it a lullaby, run away, feed it beans. Of course feed it beans. Now, run the hell away. I'm sorry, but it's a gerbil. It's a gerbil. It's a gerbil. It's a gerbil. No, run away. Run away. Do I want a pet for this? No, run away. Run away. Run away. You decide you need somewhere quiet to hang out, so you go to the library. Sit back and read a book, look out the window to keep watch for mutants, and investigate the library. Look up internet porn! Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, let's investigate the library. You find a number of interesting books on survival. You reckon they'll come very handy in immediate future. Information. I am a genius. Mutants are beginning to gather outside the library. Shout, go away. Wait just a little longer. Get the hell out. Throw a can of beans at him. Okay, actually, I'm trying to save these beans as much as I can because I don't know when I'll next get food. See, if I throw the can of beans at them, that could distract them long enough for me to get the hell out. Or I could just get the hell out. Mutants are beginning to gather outside, so it's not that much. So just get out. You decided to get the hell out of this town, but you're going to need transports to do so. Try to hotwire a car? No, because I can screw that up and accidentally activate the alarms. Investigate the town to find transport. Steal a bicycle. Bicycle requires me to have physical strength. So far, the character in this seems to be, main diet is beer. So I'm going to assume he's not the most, so we're just going to investigate. You come across a car showroom. There should be an easy way to get into one of these vehicles and claim it your own. Go straight into the main building, try to peer through windows of the main building, see if there's anyone inside, try to hotwire a car on the forecourt. Let's just kind of be safe and look through. Looking inside, you can see the former sales room owner. The skin on his face has melted away to reveal nothing but a skull, and his body is covered in lethal-looking spikes. You have to get by him somehow. This is probably where the beans come in handy. There's no getting around it. You're going to have to kill this mutant somehow. How is the best way to do it? Grab a car aerial and try to skewer him in the head. Try to crush its head in the door. Try to grab it by the torso, run across the room, and bash its head against the opposite wall. Now this is basically just one of those big car places, so running into another... No, let's try to grab a car aerial, try to skewer it in the head. You're not a mutant, so you have nowhere near the level of power needed to ram a car aerial through someone's skull. The showroom owner gives you an annoyed look and smiles sheepishly back at him. He grabs you by the throat. You give a swift headbutt, knocking you down. He lifts the top of you. The spines of the body go straight through you into the floor, leaving you dead. I don't know what car aerial is. Let's go back to the checkpoint. Okay, so this is back toward the transport part. Let's just try to find transport again. Back to the car place. And let's, again, peer through the window. So I have to get by him somehow. There's no getting around it. You're going to have to kill this mutant somehow. In the door. Would I have... Grab it by the torso. No, because the spikes can kill me. If he pushes into me, the spikes can kill me. But if I use a door, I could possibly kill him. Catching the... Whoa! I accidentally clicked again and I got the brutal sound. Catching the mutant by surprise, you punch it in the head and send it staggering backwards. Ignoring the pain in your hand, you grab the mutant by the neck and push it into the floor by the doorway. Leap up, take the door in both hands, and start smash it as hard as possible against the mutant's fragile skull. You scream, "You are my..." Y'all can read that. Soon the hopeless mutant's skull shatters and his brain slops out. You pick up and rub it all over your face, roaring in triumph. Yeah. What the hell? You need to find some keys if you're going to use these vehicles for a getaway. Where would the owner have kept the keys? Look in the staff room or look at the front desk? Where would I keep my keys if I owned a car dealership, basically? I wouldn't keep it at the front desk because thieves, and that'd be way too easy to steal. If I keep it in the staff room, that would give you time to kind of, do that stuff. You open the staff door and discover it's full of staff, and all of them are turned into mutants. The nearest one grabs your head with both hands and begins to squeeze. Your vision goes slightly purple for a moment, and before your head just explodes, and I died, and I'm an idiot. Back to transport. Okay, I may just cut all this part out, and so that y'all don't have to see all this again. Okay, back to where we were. Front desk. Jackpot, you find an array of keys, all marked specifically for the cars they operate. Please let me find a really fast car. You got a choice of vehicles to pick from, and you'll soon be driving away from this hellhole of a town to find somewhere quiet in the hills far away from civilization. Just as you begin to relax, you hear a toilet flush. Oh god. The door opens and you turn to see a mutant with no arms and giant teeth. With his trousers down around his ankles, he lets out a terrifying roar. With nowhere else to go, you run into a seating area to discover it's a dead end. As you think it might be it, you spot some weapons hidden beneath one of the chairs. This must have been an earlier hideout for someone. The mutant is now quickly closing on you. You have to choose a weapon to strike back. A pistol, chainsaw, shotgun, or sledgehammer. He has huge teeth. A shotgun. Ooh. Might work if I shoot him in the head. A chainsaw, though. I have to start it up, though, rev it up, no. A sledgehammer, that's heavy. Again, upper body strength. Beer drinker. Heavy drinking beer. Pistol won't do crap, so shotgun. You received a sawed-off shotgun. Well, nice to know, Zelda. I got that. You pull out the shotgun, and with a single close-range blast below the mutant's head to smithereens, you reload the gun with the last remaining cartridge. In the background, you hear other mutants crying out. The commotion must have disturbed them. You have to get out of here. You have the keys to 4 vehicles, but you will only have the chance to use one of them before the mutants are upon you. Try the SUV at the back of the forecourt. Try the people carrier in the front. People carrier? Is that like a van? High-end sports car or discounted old banger on the back? Gas-wise, like the high-end sports car would work, but that's fast, so I don't know if this guy's an idiot. He might be. People carrier, if that's a van, I can carry a lot of stuff, and that's gas-wise, that's really crappy. An SUV usually has decent. No banger can break down. Let's try the SUV. You get into the SUV, and reversed it out. Unfortunately, it's pretty jammed, and along with other vehicles, it's going to take a 5 points turn just to get out of there. You just don't have the time. The mutants find you and surround the SUV, rocking it back and forth and smashing open the windows. They tear you apart. Okay. Oh crap, I have to do this again. Shotgun. Got Legend of Zelda shotgun, thank you. Okay. Back to where we were. Okay. Oh. Is it the old banger in the back? Is it? The car may not be the strongest vehicle, but it's got a clear path to the back exit. Yep, it's the old car that worked. Just as you start up the engine, one of the mutants finds you, and they begin to rush towards it en masse. Okay, the mutants are rushing towards you head on. There's about a dozen of them, and some of them are the most terrifying monsters you've seen yet. Try to drive straight through them, but it's not the strongest. Try to drive around them to get through the back, get out the car and run, use your shotgun. I have 1 cartridge left. Try to drive around the back. Because I don't know, some of these are like mutated ones. You spin the wheel and rev the car, zipping past them easily. The tires squeal as you turn into the main road, trying to retain traction. You speed away, thinking you're home and dry. Please don't tell me there's someone in the back. Don't tell me I just did all that just to find someone in the back. As you drive along the road, you notice another vehicle in your rearview mirror. To the horror, you realize it's the mutants from the showroom? They can drive? They've taken a truck and are hunting you down. This is pretty creative. Oh god, I have to think even more. You are jolted in your seat as they ram you from behind. They are trying to force you off the road. Put on your hazard lights. Put your hazard lights on. Maintain speed and try to keep control. Push the car to its absolute limits. Try to get behind them. Push it to the limits. You put the pedal to the metal and tear as fast as you can through the town. Suddenly, you take a corner too fast, so long scared. Oh, did I just die? Yep. Well, guys, I'm going to say that's enough for this video. I'll continue this in another video. But thank you so much for joining me for I Hate Fridays. And this game is, I forgot what it's called. It's Mutant Uprising RPG text-based mutant survival test. Obviously, I'm failing terribly. So I will see you to continue the rest of this. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Phil the Fox, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye!